They were roasting marshmallows 1 minute, and gone the next. No screams, no struggle, just empty. It was Halloween night, 2022. The Brennan family had been looking forward to this evening for weeks. In the small town of Ashford Heights, Pennsylvania, population 3,200, everyone knew the Brennans. Jason Brennan, 38, worked at the local hardware store. His wife Hannah, 36, taught third grade at Ashford Heights Elementary. Their two kids, Mia, 9, and Noah, 6, were the kind of children who still believed in magic. That night, they decided to do something simple, something wholesome. A bonfire in their backyard, s'mores, hot cider. Costume contest between the kids. Noah dressed as a dinosaur. Mia wore fairy wings that sparkled under the porch lights. Their neighbor, Dorothy Ashford, saw them outside around 7:15 p.m. She waved from her kitchen window. Hannah waved back, smiling. Everything seemed normal. But by 9:30 p.m., when Dorothy looked out again, the fire was still burning. The marshmallow sticks lay in the grass. Noah's dinosaur tail sat crumpled near a lawn chair. And the Brennans, they were gone. When Dorothy walked over the next morning, concerned she hadn't seen them take the kids to school, she found the back gate wide open. The fire had burned down to ash. 2 untouched mugs of cider sat on the patio table, still half full. Mia's fairy wings were tangled in a bush near the fence line, one wing torn clean off. But here's what made Dorothy's blood run cold. The back door to the house was locked from the inside. She called the police. Within an hour, Ashford Heights was swarming with squad cars. Officers searched the woods behind the property. Cadaver dogs were brought in. The state police combed through the Brennan home, looking for signs of forced entry, a struggle, anything. Nothing. Jason's truck sat in the driveway. Hannah's purse was on the kitchen counter, her phone still plugged into the charger. The Halloween candy bowl was full. Dinner dishes were washed and stacked neatly in the rack. It was like they'd been plucked from existence. In the days that followed, theories spread like wildfire through Ashford Heights. Some people whispered about a drifter who'd been spotted near the outskirts of town. Others believed it was something darker, maybe a custody dispute or financial troubles no one knew about. But Jason and Hannah had no enemies, no debts, no dark secrets anyone could find. The FBI got involved. They interviewed everyone, friends, co-workers, family members 3 states away. They pulled phone records, searched online activity, tracked credit cards. Nothing had been used. No one had heard from the Brennans since that night. Hannah's mother, Patricia, appeared on the local news, begging for answers. They didn't just leave, she said, her voice cracking. Hannah would never leave without telling someone. And those babies needed their mom. Weeks turned into months. The searches stopped. The news crews packed up. Slowly, painfully, Ashford Heights moved on. But the Brennan house sat empty, a reminder of the family that vanished into thin air. 2 years later, October 2024, the mystery took a turn no one saw coming. A real estate agent named Rachel Pemberton had been hired to prepare the Brennan property for sale. The extended family had finally made the painful decision to let it go. Rachel arrived on a gray October afternoon to assess the house, take photos, maybe clear out some of the overgrown weeds. When she stepped on the front porch, she froze. Sitting on the welcome mat, the same mat that once read "The Brennans" in cheerful letters, was a mask. Not just any mask, a Halloween mask, melted, burned beyond recognition. The rubber had fused into grotesque, twisted shapes, blackened by fire. Rachel's hands were shaking when she called the police. Detectives returned to the case immediately. The mask was sent to the state forensics lab. What they found was unsettling. The mask had been exposed to extreme heat, likely from an open flame. But it hadn't been sitting outside for 2 years. The weathering didn't match. It had been placed there very recently. Very recently. And there was something else. Underneath the burnt exterior, they identified the mask. It was a cheap plastic werewolf mask, the kind you'd buy at any Halloween store. The same kind of mask Jason Brennan was wearing the night they disappeared. Dorothy Ashford confirmed it when detectives showed her a photo. "Yes," she whispered. "Jason was wearing that. He kept howling at the kids to make them laugh." The community was rattled all over again. Who would leave a burnt mask on the porch 2 years later? Was it the person responsible for their disappearance? A cruel prank? A confession? Security footage from neighboring homes showed nothing. No cars, no figures approaching the house. It was as if the mask had simply appeared. Investigators began re-examining everything. They looked into whether someone from Jason or Hannah's past might hold a grudge. They revisited old suspects. They even considered the possibility that one of the Brennans might still be alive. But the more they dug, the more questions they uncovered. Why would someone burn the mask before leaving it there? Was it symbolic? A message that something had ended, been destroyed? Or was it evidence being taunted in plain sight? And perhaps the most haunting question of all, if the mask was Jason's, where is Jason now? Some investigators believe the family was abducted that night. Others think they witnessed something they weren't supposed to see and were silenced. Some even wonder if they ran, though from what, no one can say. The burnt mask sits in an evidence locker now, a relic of a night that should have been filled with laughter and candy. Instead, it became the last moment anyone saw the Brennan family alive. Patricia still keeps the porch light on at her own home, just in case Hannah comes back, just in case her grandchildren walk through the door with some impossible explanation. But Ashford Heights knows the truth, even if no one wants to say it out loud. The Brennans aren't coming home. And whoever left that mask, they wanted someone to know what happened that Halloween night. The question is, do we really want to know the answer? And if this case intrigued you or haunted you, hit that subscribe button, because the truth is out there, and we're not stopping until we find it. I'll see you in the next one.